The U.S. military is preparing to hand over thousands of Iraqi detainees to the Iraqi government early next year. That country's law demands those prisoners must either be charged or released. Correspondent Melanie Wilkes reports from Camp Cropper on how that transfer is being handled.
Behind barbed wire and blast walls, detainees and staff at Camp Cropper in Baghdad are preparing for major changes in how justice and detention are carried out in Iraq. In 2009, the Iraqi government will take charge of the roughly 15,000 inmates held by the U.S. military, but that won't happen overnight. Brigadier General Dave Quantock is leading a transition task force.
We're not going anywhere. We don't turn into pumpkins on 1 January.
The U.S. will have to either charge and transfer inmates to Iraqi custody or release them.
We have rank ordered them from the least threat to the highest threat. And then we're going to basically release about 1,500 detainees per month.
Monthly releases have already started. Those deemed the lowest threat are going first, giving the U.S. another 6 months or so to build cases against those considered more dangerous.
Since you're in term here,
Currently, a panel of U.S. officers evaluates detainees and decides their fate. Starting January 1st, detainees will go to Iraqi criminal court. Many of them have serious doubts about Iraqi courts and jails.
The Iraqi police and army will torture you and will not release you without paying money. Some will ask $4,000 or $5,000.
At family visitation, relatives share those fears.
All of the families we spoke to say the detainees are receiving excellent treatment here at Camp Cropper, but many of them worry what might happen if their loved one is transferred to an Iraqi facility.
Under Iraqi authorities, it is not good because they treat them bad and very cruel.
The U.S. military is training professional Iraqi corrections guards as fast as possible and promises to transfer inmates only to previously inspected facilities. But the Iraqis are unlikely to match the array of vocational and rehabilitation programs the U.S. offers to give detainees job skills and keep them out of trouble. Iraq's Justice Ministry refused to comment, but one Iraqi political leader downplays the concerns.
The Iraqi prisons are not what they used to be in the old regime. They are no longer places for oppression and assault. Everything will be clear and transparent.
As for American families who've lost a loved one in Iraq, can they find justice through the Iraqi courts?
Having lost 13 soldiers, I take that as a personal responsibility to make sure that we do all we can.
At Camp Cropper in Baghdad, Melanie Wilkes, Fox News.